This portion of the video is to show you how to maintain a Birchmeier sprayer in the field. We will show how to repair the sprayer from its pumping unit to the trigger valve and the lid assembly. Here are some instructions on how to maintain your sprayer on a daily basis so your sprayer will last for years to come. Okay, let's get started. First of all, the Birchmeier sprayers are made so that almost every part can be removed and replaced by hand. The tools that you may need will be a screwdriver, a pair of pliers, and a medium-sized crescent wrench. Unscrew the lid. Inside the lid you will find a lid gasket and a flutter valve. The lid gasket should not be flattened out, and it should have a round appearance. If it is flattened out, this is an indication that the lid has been screwed on too tight and should be replaced. The flutter valve is in the center of the cap and should be completely flat against the lid. If it has curled edges, the flutter valve should be replaced. This valve allows air to be drawn into the tank and also keeps your solution from leaking from the lid. The pump assembly is mounted on the back of the backpack and can be completely rebuilt without having to empty your backpack. You will get some leakage from your pump. This is due to the solution that is inside the pump assembly itself. To disassemble, remove the tool attachment between the pump and the tank by pulling straight up on the two sides of the tool attachment assembly. Next, remove the surge tank, the air chamber, by turning counterclockwise and unscrewing. Then you will see a little white check valve. Remove this check valve by pulling straight up from the top piece of the check valve. It should slide out easily. Inside the pump assembly, you will find an O-ring. Remove this O-ring and set aside. This O-ring should be replaced each time you replace the check valve. Unscrew the brass nut between your pump assembly and your tank, making note that inside this nut there will be an O-ring. It could also be inside the fitting of the tank itself. After you have completely unfastened the nut from the tank, slightly pull the pump away from the tank with an upward movement until the pump has cleared the pump cradle on the bottom of the sprayer. Then pull to separate from piston. You will find a brass wing nut. Unscrew and remove the nut, the plastic piston plate, and the donut piston. Check to see if the donut is scarred, cracked, or shriveled. Check the piston plate to ensure that it is not cracked or broken. If you should need to remove the piston, all you need is your pliers, and on the bottom of the piston is a cotter key. Remove it and pull out the pin. The piston will come off. The only time you should have to remove the piston is if it is damaged or you are removing the base from the tank. At this time, you need to replace the donut on the piston, then the piston plate with the rough side up, then the wing nut next. When putting on the wing nut, just put it on finger tight plus a quarter turn. The pump housing has a brass sleeve. You remove the sleeve by unscrewing the screw from the pump and removing the locking key. Next, pull the brass sleeve out of the pump assembly. At the top, or the end that is on the inside of the pump, is a brass flat washer. Make sure to check that there is no trash around the brass washer. The O-ring should be replaced. When you replace the brass sleeve, you can put a little grease around the washer. This will help the washer seat when replacing the sleeve. Make sure the brass sleeve is not scarred up. This can be avoided by keeping grease in the pump. The pump has a grease cap on the side of the pump, and all you need to do is turn the cap a quarter turn after 8 to 10 hours of use. Now, let's put it all back together. Replace the locking key. Slide the piston back into the pump, making sure the brass nut is turned toward the tank and the pump housing fits into the cradle at the base. Check and replace the washer in the tank or the brass nut on the pump. Screw the brass nut back to the tank. Insert a new O-ring where the check valve goes, and then replace the new check valve. If you're in the field and the backpack starts to lose pressure, always check to ensure that there is no trash in the check valve. Replace the air chamber. Now, let's move to the trigger valve. First, unscrew the black handle. Inside the handle is the stainless steel strainer. Unscrew the strainer and set it aside. This needs to be checked at least once a week to ensure that it stays clean with normal use. Next, we will take the wand off. To do this, unscrew the wand from the valve and set aside. On the top of the valve, remove the brass nut. Inside, you will have a spring and a pin. Remove them and set aside. On the bottom, you will find the packing nut. Remove it. Inside, you will find the packing. Sometimes you will need a screwdriver to remove the packing. At this time, we will rebuild the valve. Take the new packing and drop it into the hole and replace the packing nut. Do not tighten too much. Put the new valve pin in and place a spring over it. Note you do not get a new spring with the repair kit. Replace the nut and tighten. Do not tighten too much. Replace the new strainer and new gasket at the handle and the wand ends. Replace handle. Put the wand and hose on valve. As well as the hose on the tank. This is how you completely take down the Birchmeier backpacks and rebuild them. With regular maintenance, your Birchmeier will last for years.
We are here to assist you. We hope you found this video both helpful and instructional. Experience the freedom and flexibility that Birchmeier offers. Contact an authorized distributor in your area.